We got some... It's not fun drama. It's really one of those like really just terrible... It's not even drama. It's just like a really bad thing happening in life, and it happens to do with obviously Chibi and Nicholas Light. So if you don't know, well, you got swatted. I think that Chibi really needs to relocate. I don't think it's a good idea to even stay at the same place of residence. This is happening because obviously we're going to go into it. A lot of people are saying he's asking for it. The more that he goes into the politics content and the more that he aggravates certain communities, the more they're going to be, I guess, they're going to be more they're going to be more just nasty to you, right? And we're going to talk more about that, but he got spotted. Now, Chibi, bro, you could have taken a better picture. I know you just woke up. Why are you giving people more ammo? You gotta stop doing this, man. Here's some quote. Swatting someone because you don't agree them with psychotic. I agree. If you don't know what swatting is, it's in America you can call like fucking the law enforcement that, oh my god, this person's a criminal. I found they have a crack house here. Then they send a fucking SWAT and they fucking break into your house. And then it's a terrible thing, man. It's a nasty fucking thing. Everyone involved. Congrats, Tar. Have a good time explaining to the police why you made a false report. Also gives Chibi more visibility and he will grow more and send more nice screenshots. Yeah, he will, but at the same time, it's very dangerous, right? I don't care. I absolutely agree. No matter what you think about someone's political ideology, to be swatting someone and getting their life in danger, I think real fucking consequences needs to happen. Here's Nicholas Light. Nicholas Light also crashed the fuck out yesterday. His entire tweets are gone, I'm pretty sure, right now, right? So if you go to Nicholas Light, right? He made an entire statement. Yesterday, he just wiped his Twitter account. Then there was like, you know, what's it called? Saying, I'm out. And a lot of people are speculating it has to do with, obviously, this is the one, right? A lot of people are speculating it has to do with Tectone. It could be. It could not be. There's a lot of people questioning, you know, Nicholas Light's, you know, intent here. Obviously, this is... This might be Nicholas Light's #1 hater at this point. Bro is farming. Nicholas Light deleted all their posts after days of being called out for defending Tectone. And I'm gonna watch this part, read this part, and we're gonna watch the beginning section of the stream here because apparently he explained himself, alright? So let's look at this shit. Nick's in here? I got doxed all, had to delete everything. Bro, the Germans got your ass. Did you play, what song of Rammstein did you play? Apparently that you played like fucking Du Hast or some shit and they copyright. The Germans don't fuck around. I think Germans are even more anal with copyright shit compared to the Japanese. It's fucking weird over there. Wait a minute. Germany? Japan? Wait, what about Italy? Anyways, no need to get into the axis. Let's read the post. Sick fucking bastards. Any person on here or any content creator that looks at this as an opportunity to say, he asked for this, go fuck yourself. Doxing and getting someone swatted should get you in prison for life. I agree. I think there should be a zero tolerance for stuff like this. You're abusing fucking law enforcement and getting fraudulent calls and endangering other people's lives. I think the equal should be done to you. I think that children, stupid, edgy kids that think they can do this, they should be deleted off social media. They should have a much worse consequence, bro. I blame all the people calling Chibi a Nazi and a pedophile because he talked about drawings. You enable these psychopaths to get him doxxed. I'm sick to my stomach. And you know what? That's one part of the story. I absolutely agree with the fact that like this happened in Chibi is nasty. But it's a little bit more nuanced than that. Again, I'm not going to say Chibi brought it upon himself, but there's a little bit more to kind of talk about this statement, especially with people like this that are so like convinced that like, hey, that's me. They're basically so fucking convinced that like these are nasty people and they all of this shit is on you. Thank you, Capscom, for the tier 1. So let's watch a couple of this section first. Come on. Come on, talk. What? No. No, Nick. Why? No. No. My content. Bro actually deleted this shit mid-reaction. Alright. You know what, Nick? We can play that game. In fact, we don't need to have that. Honestly, I think you keeping up your talking points would have been better. Because now I can basically misrepresent you, right? Now I can basically misrepresent you. You're uploading the clip. Upload it quick. So maybe this is the second part of video we'll make, right? So you're uploading to the second channel right now? All right. Here's what I'm going to talk about this. I think that you can't expect people to be good in real life. In an ideal world, in a just, moral, ideal world, we wouldn't have to deal with this kind of shit. You know what I mean? People would behave like reasonable human beings, and Chibi wouldn't get swatted. But it's not an ideal world. It's the real world. And the real world is filled with shitty fucking people. For people that don't know where this is coming from, it's because Chibi has been very pro-ICE, American politics, illegal immigrants getting kicked out because the state of America has gotten so bad due to their loose border control. Both parties of the political spectrum fucking over the average person, problems getting worse and worse, and then an insane solution to address that problem got voted in. That's how we got here. Regarding ICE, again, if you don't recognize them as law enforcement, I think you're being ridiculous. I think that they're very trigger happy and they're very unprofessional. I think they should be way better trained than that. They're a bunch of fucking thugs, in my opinion, that are abusing their power. But still, people voted that power to be in and for them to kick them out. So when they're doing law enforcement and then you have bad faith actors on both sides of the spectrum, those that are trigger happy, those that literally want to sit in front of a moving fucking bus and then say, how could the bus driver do this? Basically say, how could ICE do this, right? You're asking for it. And all this shit kind of led to Chibi saying, I am with ICE. And this then created people to say, from the left side of the spectrum, say, you are a horrible fucking person. How could you possibly acknowledge this evil? Children are being ripped away from their families. People are getting done dirty. People are getting executed on the street, and you're going to say pro-ICE. I think that's a very obtuse and an ignorant way of viewing things. I think that, again, people are arguing past each other as they have their own biases, and they are not there to have a constructive argument. And in doing so, it creates a bigger target on Chibi's back. Chibi also is not like new to this. Chibi has been constantly in drama over and over again, not just in this type of politics stuff, but regarding like the anime bullshit, which is so sad that Boruto and Dandadan is his downfall. Because of his goon posting, because of him rage baiting, it has created these stupid schizo children to be as nasty as to him as possible. They equate lolicons as pedophilia. They equate, incest memes from anime stuff as an actual terrible, like, incestual person. And then they call Chibi a demon from literally Freerun. If you take away the humanity of a human person and basically say that this is the worst person possible, this is a pedophile, this is an incestual, person, I bet this kid, this guy grooms his sister. That creates a framework of other people to no longer treat that person as a human being and to be as nasty as possible. If you look at the people that are anti-Chibi to the point, and I'm not talking about disagreeing with Chibi, I'm talking about the people that are literally like saying, fuck this guy, and doing calls to action for violence, you are so far gone because of arguments with anime stuff. But I'm talking about stuff basically combining, right? These are things that's been building up behind the scenes. And now, because of how long Chibi's been on the internet, unfortunately, he has information out there that I don't think he should have ever posted. He never had a P.O. box, and he expected the goodwill of people. He expected the goodwill of people to behave normally. And he leaked his address. He leaked his information. This is basically what happens when you've been doing YouTube for over a decade. But when you're super young, you're not very privy to how to handle your image or how to handle yourself to the schizo people online. I think one of the worst things you can do is to give people your full name, your address, your private information. All that shit, I think, should be locked the fuck away and you focus on the content. You give more people information about your private life, it's going to be used as ammo. It's going to be used as ammunition. You're creating a bigger target on your back. And just like how Nick says, I'm not going to say he asked for this, but I think that the way that Chibi goes on to does this shit is going to create an even bigger target on the back. And again, in an emotional appeal, I agree this should have never happened, but emotional appeals is not going to change the world. You got to be proactive about this shit. You have to be preemptive. You have to understand people are going to be nasty. And with stuff like, and again, this needs to be proactive. It can't be reactive, right? I think for Chibi, it's actually too late. Unless he literally moves to a different state, relocate. But again, it's hard to just say that to somebody to uproot their entire fucking life, their family, and to move, right? It's fucking ridiculous. But he's positioned himself in such an unfavorable position where all the private shit has been leaked and people are going to continue doing this. And the more that Chibi is outspoken, right? I do agree that like there is a way to farm your downfall. Whenever bad shit's happening to you, farming and trying to rally your audience to support you and to condemn those evildoers is a good thing to do. But specifically in Chibi's case, due to the amount of mess that he's already been in, right? This is not like a fresh new character in Dark Souls. This is like a character that's been hollowed the fuck out over decades. And there's so much fucking toxic baggage and like poisonous miasma surrounding this fear. And with all of that, that's why there's more people hating on him. I think that the way that he handles himself online is really poor. It doesn't mean bend the knee, but I think the way that he incites his ops, and he does it very explicitly, whenever he's posting about gooner shit, fully aware that the Puritan audience that fucking hate him, that calls him literal pedos, will call him out for it. He keeps doing that. He's basically playing with the fire. And when you play with fire, right, you have to be aware of the consequences. And the consequences for Chibi is even higher because, again, the historical precedence of this person. And it's really sad. It's honestly so fucking sad. This doesn't mean censor your opinions about political talking points, right? But again, when you're on social media and everyone wants to basically reduce your arguments, they want to gaslight you, misinterpret you, they want to talk over you, not have an actual conversation, but to label you as this and that. And if you can't fully well narrate and commentate your position and you can't navigate around it, it leads to situations like this. It's really fucking sad. And I don't think the Twitter paychecks are worth it. I know that Chibi is also, and here's another thing too, right? It's the whole Tectone shit too, right? Unfortunately, whether you like it or not, Chibi, Tectone, and Nick, they're like this. Shall we bring in the Germany, Italy, Japan reference to the Axis? No, I'm not going to do that. That's a ridiculous example to be making. But when you have kind of like a public friendship group and suddenly dirty laundry comes out regarding Tectone and you still defend him like that, again, it doesn't matter whether you think he's right or wrong. It doesn't matter what the truth is. The court of public opinion and the way that people will attach you guilt by association because you didn't make your position clear, even more baggage is put on. And now the benefit of the doubt that people would give disappears, right? Again, we're not talking about morals or ethics. We're talking about the game. When I talk about the game, I'm talking to you about how the average person perceives these things online. This is basically just online politics. How do people perceive other people? This is how life is going to work. And no matter how much you condemn those people, right? No matter how much that like you cry and complain and say, I can't believe these people would do that, more of this shit's going to build up. And it's going to get to a critical point. I really think that Chibi needs to get out of there. I think that he needs to like move. He needs to really like figure out a plan to relocate, to put his family's safety first. Because like this, I don't think it's going to end, especially with the way that he handles himself. And maybe even if he didn't do anything right now, it would continuously get fucking worse because he is not going to stop doing what he's doing. Because to him, that's basically bending the knee to his opponents. But like, again, is that really worth it? Is it worth putting your family in danger? It fucking sucks. Regarding Nicholas Light, I think he's going to upload a separate video. And he's probably going to defend himself about the Tectone stuff. So you know what? Let's talk about Nicholas Light wiping his shit and Tectone stuff for the other video that he's uploading as a clip. Unfortunate that the video got taken down due to stupid copyright stuff and we can't react to that, but we can make a separate video on that. Regarding stuff like this, right? Nicholas Light deleted all their posts after days of being called out for defending Tectone. I think that obviously there is a lot of Tectone pro content that is being deleted with the wipe. Absolutely. I don't think it's just the Tectone stuff. I think that Nick probably deleted it because he was getting harassed by the people that was harassing Chibi and them. And on top of that, it's also smart to get rid of all the other dirty laundry that he's been caught up into, right? I will say one thing though, Nick, you can't do this, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing? You trading fucking DMs to random fucking Twitter tards like a COD lobby. My brother in Christ. I know they make you mad, but like, you can't treat this shit like a COD lobby. You're giving them more ammunition. Look forward to part 2 of this video where we'll be reacting to Nick's, live stream about that. But for Chibi, bro, I wish you the best of luck. I really think you need to fucking stay offline. I think you need to get your shit together and relocate. Put your family safety at first before you do more of the social media stuff, which, again, it's playing with fire. And I know that he needs money. I know that the whole lawsuit case is a thing. And that's another incentive. That's also another nasty thing, right? It's such a sad fucking cycle where Chibi, due to his antics, got caught up in this lawsuit. He pursued it, right? There's stupid kids trying to fucking dox and upload CP and all this nasty shit. Yeah, he wants them to receive consequences, right? But it's also really sad how that also drains the resources that he has. And then it creates an incentive for him to go in a loop to cause more antics on Twitter. But that also creates even more volatility at the sake of money. And it's just like this vicious loop of behavior that I just feel like doesn't need to happen. Wouldn't it be nice if we could just go back in time and just make content about anime and just that kind of stuff and just make money like that instead of getting caught up in this political bullshit that most people don't even care about, and then it leads to like nasty shit like real people getting harmed? That's the internet, man. TLDR, people are nasty online, and you can't expect people to treat you well online. It's a nice world. It'd be an amazing world where we could simply just have people behaving normally, but you can't expect that from people. You have to be calculating. You have to portray yourself and work around and navigate through the bullshit such that you don't have to deal with the retardation online. Sucks, man.